Should I switch my CRM? Let's break down how you can know if it's time to switch your CRM. Before you jump ship with your current CRM, here's what you need to know. Should I switch my CRM? I hear this question minimum one time a week, along with a series of complaints about somebody's current system that they're using. Before we get into should you switch, I do want to clarify what a CRM is and what most people mean by should I switch this. So your CRM is going to be your customer relationship management system. For most people, that's going to include products like HubSpot, Keep, Klaviyo, Infusionsoft, Go High Level, ActiveCampaign. It can be any number of different tools. And a lot of people end up wanting to switch their tool because a few different things. First of all is, in a lot of instances, the cost. There are several of the tools that I just mentioned and others where they don't have native integrations, meaning reliable third-party integrations with other tools. This can leave a lot of people paying for expensive software and options in order to have a complete system. The other reason that a lot of people start asking this question is because of complexity. They feel like their CRM software that they've chosen is overly complicated. And oftentimes what I see with overly complicated is that they feel like when they have questions that they can't get the answers that they need in order to fix the problem. And the third reason that people usually want to switch is they don't feel like there is a sufficient amount of automation provided by that specific company, or it requires a third-party integration or the use of an additional tool in order to get that specific feature to work. As an example, there are a few different tools that don't offer an SMS functionality or the ability to text message. So a lot of people will get a third-party integration, and that can sometimes add to the level of complexity and or a feature that they would really like to have without having to pay for an additional tool. Along with many of the complaints, which are valid, that people will have as to why they think they need to switch, there are some additional things that you may or may not be aware of when it comes to different components and key indicators as to whether or not it's time to change. Another big factor to look at is whether or not your CRM is charging you based on the number of contacts that you have inside of a database. Again, when we're dealing with larger database, and I would deem a larger database anything over 10,000 contacts and all the way up into millions of contacts, I would tell you that it is very important to go through those lists and see what types of data and contact points you have on your overall list. This can also dramatically affect the overall cost that your CRM could be charging you. The other key indicator of whether or not it's time to switch is how long has it been since you updated the workflows or the campaigns inside of your CRM. These are going to be those automated emails that go out, perhaps like your new lead indoctrination emails, or delivering a marketing tool that you have. We want to take a look at these because if it has been several years There are a lot of opportunities where maybe some of those connections could be running extremely slow, and it could be affecting your conversion rates and your overall productivity and revenue. The final thing that I would take a close look at when evaluating my workflows would be how many people on my team actually know how to find the information that they need, the data points that they need in order to effectively do their job. Also, with that, I would include how many people on my team actually know how to fix a problem within my workflow if one were to occur. The reason that I would say some of these things are important for you to take a look at is because it's going to dramatically affect your ability to transition and switch CRMs. One of the key things that I point out in that video is the importance of mapping out your customer journey. If it has been more than 6 months since you last updated your customer journey and took a close look at the workflows that are a part of that customer journey, that would be my first step. I go into really great detail about that in this video here. Go and check it out. I also provide some additional resources for you to take a look at, and we go through and talk about different CRM options and which would be right for you. I look forward to seeing you there.